Good morning. My name's Howard Bascom. I'm from Kansas City, and I've got a theoretical value question for you. If you were to buy a business and you bought it at its intrinsic value, what's the minimum after-tax free cash flow yield you'd need to get?
Well, your question is if we were buying all of a business and we were buying it at what we thought was intrinsic value, what was the minimum?
Correct.
Present earning power, or what the minimum discount rate of future streams?
No, what's the minimum current after-tax free cash flow yield you'd need to get?
We could conceivably buy a business. I don't think we would be likely to, but we could conceivably buy a business that had no current after-tax cash flow, but we would have to think it had a tremendous future. But we would not find, obviously, the current figures, particularly in the kind of businesses we buy, tend to be representative, we think, of what's going to happen in the future. But that would not necessarily have to be the case. You can argue, for example, in buying stock at a time when it was losing significant money. We didn't expect it to continue to lose significant money, but if we think the present value of the future earning power is attractive enough compared to the purchase price, we would not be overwhelmed by what the first year's figure would be. Well, I would say that in a world of 7% long-term bond rates, that we would certainly want to think we were discounting future after-tax streams of cash at least a 10% rate. But that will depend on the certainty we feel about the business. The more certain that we feel about a business, the closer we're willing to play it. We have to feel pretty certain about any business before we're even interested at all. But there's still degrees of certainty. And if we thought we were getting a stream of cash over the next 30 years that we felt extremely certain about, we would use a discount rate that would be somewhat less than if it was one where we thought we might get some surprises in 5 or 10 years. The possibility existed.